Hello and welcome back to another book. Today I have The Art of Productivity, Your Competitive Edge by Jim Stovall. Now this book is very tiny, it's very small, it has a very simple concept, but it's very efficient. I'm going to try to squeeze all elements of productivity from this book. Now, the art of productivity is something that we all need to master. We all need to achieve a lot of things in our days. We have many days pass and we don't achieve anything in every day. We are not machines. Of course, we get to relax and so on. But why aren't we moving? Overall, if you look at every day, your life is basically every day on repeat. If you think about it, your day is what you do all the time. So in 5 years, how do you want your day to be? Do you want to do the same things that you are doing this day? Do you want to repeat this day for a long time? And are you doing what you can do this day? Are you squeezing every hour, every minute of every day? So this book is here to try to help you answer this question. How to become productive, not busy. There's a big difference between productivity and busyness. Becoming busy is doing a lot of trivial things that are not useless. And after a month or two or a year or two or three, you don't see yourself achieving much. You don't see yourself having a better salary, having a lot of knowledge, starting projects, doing big, major milestones in your life. So why aren't we productive? This book is trying to answer that through three-step process. All what you need to succeed are three things. Number one is to know what. What do you want? Number two, to know how to get what you want. And number three, why. Why do you want what you want? So let's start with what. Most people don't achieve what they want because they don't know what they want. This is a quote by T. Harv Eker, and it's really, really efficient. You ask people on what they want. They say, well, I want to become comfortable. Define comfort. What do you mean comfortable? Do you want to stay at home doing nothing, especially nowadays, we are all in quarantine? Or what do you mean? Or some people say, I want to become rich or wealthy. Well, define wealth. What do you mean? Do you mean by numbers? Like, what number do you want? What do you have? Do you want to have a salary? Do you want to have a business? What do you mean? Others say, I want to travel the world. Well, the world is a very big place. What do you mean by traveling the world? What country? And when do you want to do that? So, because people don't know what they want, they don't reach it. If you don't know the destination that you want to go to, you will never be there. You have no map. For instance, if you say, I want to learn a language. I want to learn Spanish. And you start to learn languages and start memorizing vocabulary and mucho gusto, and you try to introduce yourself and save tons of vocabulary. But then you see no improvement. You take a test, for example, and your result is not what you want. So what do you mean by learning Spanish? Do you want to speak Spanish? Do you want to write? Do you want to pass a test? Do you want to understand movies and people? Do you want to travel? Do you want to speak like a native? So define exactly what you want. Knowing what you want is going to tell you if you reached it or not. For others who say, I want to have a lot of money. What if you worked and you really did get a lot of money, but then you continue working and working and working, and you don't know when it's enough? When are you done? Because you don't have a specific amount or something that you want to reach to. So the first thing is to define your goals as specific and as smart as possible. Smart, specific, measurable, and time-bound goals, right? The SMART stands for a lot of things, but these are the most important. When do you want your goals? Number two is how. How are you going to reach your goals? So if you want to, again, let's come back to the language goal. You want to learn a language. So you get motivated, you want to learn, you download apps, you watch videos, you subscribe to channels, you buy books, you take courses. The first motivation that you get for doing something is like fire. But then after a while, you don't try any of these applications. They are just stay there on your phone reminding you that you don't study, and you don't read the books or watch the videos. You do nothing because you have no plan. So the plan tells you what to do every day. If you have a daily plan, you will reach that goal if you have enough motivation, which is the third element. So ask yourself, do you have a plan? Do you know how to reach your goal? And in order for you to get a plan, the easiest thing to do is to ask someone who reached that goal before you. So if your goal, for instance, is to learn a language, ask someone who is a polyglot, someone who speaks more than 5 languages. If you speak 2 languages, you are a multilingual. If you speak more than 3, you are bilingual. Bilingual is 2 languages, multilingual more than 3, and polyglot more than 5 languages. So ask someone who has done something you want to do. So you can ask someone in person, like having a mentor. You can pay someone to tell you, to shorten the distance for you. Someone has reached the destination that you want to be in, and you can ask them to tell you how. You can, of course, you cannot replicate someone's experience perfectly because everyone has his or her own circumstances and genetics and family and situation and finance and so on. But you can apply some principles and take great advice from the people who have preceded you with the things that you want to do. The last thing is motivation. Is why do you want to do this thing at the first place? Coming back to the idea of fire and having all the power that you need to achieve any goal. Actually, the most important thing, the most important element, in my opinion, is motivation. So if you want to learn language, for example, how many channels on YouTube for teaching this language? How many books, seminars, courses, applications, and all that is for free? Everything you need is there. But if you don't have the right motivation, you are not going to do it. How many times you wanted to learn this language and you have a goal for this year and you wanted to start, but then you procrastinated and wasted that time? Because you don't have the right motivation. Or maybe you don't have the right tools, you don't know how. Or actually, coming back to the first element, you don't know actually what you want. You want this language for the wrong reason. You want the language because you want to people think that you are smart. You want a language so that you show off and brag. Oh, I speak many languages. And this is not a goal or this is not a motivation that makes you continue on a goal. It might even not be your goal. So the most important element in the author's opinion, and in my opinion, other than motivation, is to know what. If you can connect what you want to the tools will come. The tools will show if you know what you want. So how do you discover what you want in life? How to know your calling, your North Star, your goal, your purpose, not only just your career or your job. There is a concept called ikigai. It's a Japanese concept, and this might be your answer. So how to apply this ikigai element? You have a pen and a paper, right? And divide it into 4 corners or 4 quarters. On the top left, write what I love, right? The things that you love. Next to it, write what am I good at? Right? The things that you are good at. At the bottom left, write what I get paid for. And next to it, write what the world needs. So 4 corners, what you love, what you're good at, what you get paid for, and what the world needs. And try to, make brainstorming and have a big list. For example, you like reading or books. You like poetry. You like drama. You like acting. You like public speaking. You like machines, you like control, you like anything you like, anything you love, anything you enjoy, you can do for free. This is your passion. Write it down in the category of the things that you love. Next to it, the things you are good at. You are good, for example, at a language. You are a good public speaker. You are good at fixing things. You are a good listener. You are a good speaker. You're good at whatever. Write all the things that you think you are good at or what people tell you you are good at. All right? Number 3, what do you get paid for and what do you want to get paid for? So list, for example, all the jobs that you have taken and all the things that you want to take, all the jobs that you think you want to get paid doing. And the last thing is what the world needs. You think, for example, the world needs more justice or more knowledge, or the world needs more educators, the world needs to learn languages, the world needs freedom, all the things that you think the world needs. And now you will see. If you do something you love and you are good at, this is called passion. Something you love and you're good at, but you don't get paid and the world doesn't need it, right? You like, for example, poetry and you like poems and you do it for people. It's something you love and you're good at, but you don't get paid for. This is a passion. This is not going to be sustained because you don't get paid for. What about something you are good at and you get paid for? This is called a job, actually. Something you don't like, you want to finish quickly so that you come back to doing your passion, the thing that you do, or the thing that you like doing. So what if you are getting paid for something and the world needs? This is called a vocation. That's very close to a job. Something that you get paid for a lot, something that's enough for you, and the world needs. A vocation, something you chose to do, something the world needs, you might not necessarily be good at, but you are probably good at. So what if you do something the world needs and something you love? This is called a mission. You don't get paid for it, and you might not be good at it, but something you think it's a cause, it's something the world needs. So now your time is on how to apply all these things together. Finding your purpose, your calling in life. Something you love, you're good at, you get paid for, and the world needs. if you can find the answer to all these questions, if you can put something on the center, something you love, you're good at, you get paid for a lot, something that is enough for you, something sufficient, and the world needs, you find your calling, you have found your purpose in life, your career, the thing that wakes you up every day in the morning, you can do all day that you don't want to sleep until you finish it and you don't think you have done enough. The thing you will not regret doing for the rest of your life is your calling. And this will make you productive. And I hope that you find your calling in life. And a special thanks to Mr. Mahrous and to Mohamed Hassan, to Samir Sali, I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, and my man Ahmed Shinawi. Thank you guys very much for your comments. And tell me if I maybe speak quickly or slowly, or, I'd like to hear your feedback. And I thank you very much. I appreciate your support, and I will see you next time.